Hey everybody, welcome to Vegans Talking Shit. I'm Joey.
I'm John.
I'm Vanessa.
Why do you come in so late? It's like, I'm Joey, and then 1, 2. I'm John.
Yeah, you're right. John, be more fast. Be
No,
close here.
it's okay.
Why?
Because I think it sounds different to the subscribers than you.
What?
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
I think it's okay.
No.
Yeah,
No, it's too
perfect.
slow. It's like I was sleeping.
In that 1 second or 1.5 seconds, they probably just turned us off.
No, they didn't. I actually think my pauses are fine, but do it over.
Okay.
I'll be quicker.
It's worse, You have to find a place to go.
Yeah, let's just
and all
go.
that stuff.
Come on.
Okay.
Hey everybody, welcome to Vegans Talking Shit. I'm Joey.
I'm John.
I'm Vanessa. Are you sleeping,
Why do you
John?
take so long to
I
come?
think
Are
it's
you
fine because that's what I
sleeping, John?
do.
Okay.
I think it's fine.
Okay.
This week's topic is the everyday of being vegan, the things that vegans go through on the average day or average days. So who are we going with first? Who's gonna be talking about this first?
Well, I can start.
Okay, you start.
So I think it's something really, really interesting when we have like so many non-vegans in our friendship or family or whatever. Sometimes they invite you for a dinner or lunch, and they used to say, "Hey, they have like some vegan options for you in that restaurant," and like there is like something with cheese. Oh, you don't eat cheese? No cheese. And after, there is eggs. Like, yes, no. Even fish? Like, that's something that happened like so frequently that people has no idea or is being vegan.
Not even fish?
Not even fish. You're
But
correct.
you can have like shrimp, right? Maybe lobster.
Not even cake? It's your birthday.
That's true. That's
Remember
happened
that?
once. Yeah.
It happens every week to me. Something else. Not even every week. Every few days.
That's why I don't hang out so much with non-vegans anymore.
Oh, we
Because
just lost some people.
I'm
Yeah.
tired.
Stay, subscribers, stay, please.
Non-vegans. It's
I have
all
a lot
good.
of
We love
non-
everybody.
I have a lot of non-vegan friends.
Well, I do have my whole, family and friends in Brazil. None are vegan. But lately I don't hang out with non-vegans.
I think it's also sometimes I think about how I used to be, and I used to be that same way.
Me too.
So I didn't realize. I mean, heck, even when I was vegetarian, right?
I mean, heck. Really? Heck?
What's wrong with heck? I'm trying not to swear, Joey.
Well, I think heck is just... I don't know. I think of the Little Rascals. Like you have Alfalfa over there saying, I mean, heck.
Interesting.
The name of the
Little
show is Vegans
Rascals.
Talking Shit.
The Little Rascals. There was like,
Jesus.
there's no one that gets that reference, but I did watch that show.
The 51-year-old is bringing up the
I
Little
watched that
frickin'
show. It
Rascals.
was black and white, and it was on Fox.
Yes. It was on Fox, really? No.
Yeah, or
talking about?
WFLD.
That's a local affiliate in Chicago. No one outside of Chicago knows what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was syndicated to Channel
heck.
32. So, but no, it happens to me every day. I mean, last week I was out to dinner with some non-vegan friends, and he knows I'm vegan. I've been going out to lunch with my friend for 2 years. We're at an Asian place where I always get fried rice and tofu, and he had like battered fried shrimp in front of him, and he's like, "You want some shrimp?" And he was dead serious, and he didn't mean anything by it. But for him, shrimp and fish in general is, I don't know what he thinks it is, but it's not meat. It's, he thought it'd be okay.
But
And he didn't get it that I said no.
also some people believe that, I don't know if because some people say that they are vegetarian and they still eating fish, because it happens a lot.
Yeah.
I have met so many people in my life that say, "Oh, I'm a vegetarian," but eat fish. I don't know if these people have met some of these non-vegans or non-vegetarians and they believe that it's fine to eat fish, or just because they feel less bad about it. I
Well,
don't
there's
know.
so many labels now. There's vegan, vegetarian,
Pescatarian.
there's raw vegan, pescatarian, flexitarian.
Those raw vegans.
Yeah, I could never. Raw vegan,
It's crazy for me to think that I'm vegan now sometimes. But I think about eating meat and it is so gross to me. It is so utterly nasty. And it's not, I don't think, when I see a piece of meat, a lot of times I don't think about that poor chicken or that poor cow or whatever. And I know Vanessa does. But for me, I just think of like eating a dead body part, eating a leg of another mammal. It's so nasty.
I have to admit, like, I still, to this day, I love the taste of meat. And keep in mind, I haven't eaten meat in, more than 12 years. And it's very possible that if I were to bite into a steak, I'd puke. But if I'm running and someone's got the barbecue going and I smell someone barbecuing, I enjoy the smell.
That's interesting because I don't enjoy that anymore.
Really?
And yeah, Vanessa definitely
No,
doesn't.
I get disgusted. Like I don't like nothing about it.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't feel temptation. I'm not there like, oh, I would love to have a cheeseburger right now made with, cow or fried chicken. The temptation's gone. It's been well over a decade. So it's not that there's temptation. But I mean, Jesus, I have a Cuban mother, an Italian-American father. So meat was on my plate all the time. But it's just a sacrifice I make, and I have no problem making it.
It's shocking to me that I had dogs in my life and ate meat every meal. Had a burger, had a piece of chicken, had bacon.
Well, I mean,
and then loved my dogs.
Yeah, of course.
And it's great. Like my non-vegan friends, my one friend who he considers himself I don't even know what they call it now, carnivore diet or whatever diet that is. He eats meat every meal. He travels around with his dog everywhere. And it's like, dude, don't you see this? Like, it's the same thing. It's a piece of chicken. It's
there's a disconnect.
a total disconnect.
It's like a willful ignorance, I believe, because I think deep down everyone knows that how they get their food, the food on their plate, it's a pretty horrific thing. And they don't want to know. They want the ignorance. They want the disconnect, and they kind of need it. And they'll get really hostile with you if you have the audacity to, present that information to them, especially if there's video footage, because that video footage, we've all seen it. It's just
they don't think
ghoulish.
it's possible.
Right.
I didn't think it was possible. It's shocking to me now that every meal we have is vegan. We go to so many different vegan restaurants. There's a lot of choices out there. Back then, I did not think it was possible, and it is.
I mean, I'll be honest. I was in that place too. Before I was vegan, her name is Jessica. Jessica was the one who
Got away.
she was not the
We
one
need to
who
bring
got
some
away.
comedy back to the podcast.
You're right. This is vegans talking shit. damn
Yeah,
it.
so
But
let's talk some shit.
Nobody
Just-
said any shit for 30 minutes already. Nobody
Well,
said
just to
anything.
finish the story, and I'll do it quickly just
Okay.
because I started it. Jessica was the one who sent me that message on Facebook after I vented about returning the dog. She was the one who was like, Joey, you love animals. You should go vegan. So I think that I was just one of those people who didn't want to know until the moment was right. Everyone has their journey. I think deep down, everyone who's an animal lover, not everyone's an animal lover. We have people in our vegan group who are not animal lovers. And those who are, I think at some point they can go make that change. They can make that decision to make the sacrifice, but they have to do it at the right time, because if you force it on them, they're going to be very aggressive about telling you to go to hell.
Oh, yeah. I have heard this few times.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty... It's a really delicate subject.
It is.
So...
Yeah, it's like taking their meat is like taking their guns.
Oh, wow.
It's crazy. No, I was just thinking that. Like, it's like, don't take my meat. Like, they're so...
I mean, we're going to explore numerous topics that are similar to that, but I mean, I do believe that meat is definitely tied into a lot of things, whether it's masculinity or Americana, it's just tied to American culture, and not just American culture. I mean, Vanessa in Brazil, you said it in the last episode. It's the same thing,
If you think about it, every single get together people does is around food.
Yep.
Like, oh, in Brazil especially, like every single weekend people go to barbecues, and it's that kind of barbecues that pieces of animals is going around you. It's not just like a burgers, like Americans does a lot. We don't have this kind of barbecues in Brazil. But if you think about it, every single weekend they go, they eat their churrasco, the barbecue. They also like drink and have fun and dance and all that stuff. When you think about it, oh, I cannot make churrasco anymore. I cannot make barbecue anymore. What happens? Like, oh my God, they are taking out my happiness. My only happiness is work all the week and spend my weekends in barbecues. And in Brazil, they have like other things, like a feijoada, the pigs with the beans that they big.
Say that word again.
Feijoada.
What is feijoada?
Is I think it's the main dish in Brazil. It's black beans with pieces of pork. This is the most popular in Brazil. So this comes since from the slave time.
Indigenous?
No, it was the slave.
Oh, slaves.
They used to put like the leftovers of pork and beans.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah. Well, actually, it was my favorite dish.
Yeah, I used to like it.
I really love that. And they do these, and they do like some kind of samba. Like Saturdays, like the whole afternoon is this. So when you think about, oh, I cannot do this anymore, like you're taking my happiness out. Or Christmas, or, it's all the time with people and parties.
Yeah, and if you're the one vegan, you're isolated. Everyone else is eating meat. Everyone else is eating cake. You're going to be the only vegan? Like, it's hard. That's why people don't last.
It is.
In the holidays, like you touched on it, like Thanksgiving and Christmas, it's so difficult for us. And I'm sure some people that might be listening to this, like other vegans, or people that want to go vegan, they can't imagine going to Thanksgiving and not eating meat. It's hard.
One of the things that I've noticed, and it's something that you probably experienced as well, when someone who doesn't know you that well, whether it be a workplace or a client, whatever the case may be, once they find out you're vegan, it's like something changes.
That's freaking vegan!
And I think a lot of it, and sometimes I jokingly say, what's the worst thing about being vegan? Other vegans. Because I think a lot of them give us a bad name. People, will always pay attention to the squeaky wheel. And if you have a vegan who's a real pain in the ass, if they're just, being super preachy and aggressive and confrontational, a non-vegan experiencing that will then look at other vegans who may otherwise be very peaceful and chill people. That's not how they're going to perceive them at first. They're going to immediately jump to that aggressively confrontational vegan that they encountered. And I think that that's kind of something we have to deal with, because most of the people I know, they consider me to be one of the good ones as far as, vegans go.
Well, most vegans are not activists. I think
Right.
that's what you're getting at a little bit. And like the three of us are not activists.
And there's nothing wrong with being an activist,
Right.
obviously.
We've done, but those are the ones that are more kind of hardcore about it. And some of them are great. Some of them are too much. Some are.
I'm not the good one.
You're a good one.
You're not.
I'm not.
You're probably the most activist out of the three of us, but none of us are
I'm not
kinda
like the
crazy.
good one.
You did put a sticker on a stop sign.
Yeah, that was great.
I did. And I tell people,
It's a felony.
especially when people say to me, oh, I love animals. No, you don't love animals. You love your dog. I always say that to people. I cannot hold my, love your dog.
Yeah.
Do you know why though? Because cows are not animals to them. They're meat. They're a product.
Well-
and it's not their fault because we were like that for so long. When you look at when you're driving down the highway and you look at the Chick-fil-A sign and you see these cows climbing up the ladder, these cute cows or whatever they are, it's such a joke. Like, you're going to eat these cows. They're having these cows like look like they're having fun, and you're about to eat them. And there's so many references of that in meat products.
Well, I often bring up the barbecue restaurants when they have like a happy pig wearing an apron. It's like, really? That's your mascot? Yeah. And so when you see these, barbecue restaurants and, the marquee is a pig smiling with an apron and a cheeseburger in his hand, that's I think, I don't want to use the word propaganda. No, it's propaganda.
What's the word for that? It's...
propaganda?
No.
Ridiculous?
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous is a good name for that.
Come on, wordsmith Joey.
Shitty? Or heck?
Heck. Yeah, heck is the word. Yes.
But what else happens, guys, in your daily life that is annoying?
Is honey vegan?
I don't want to go to the honey. That's a whole nother thing.
That's another episode.
Yeah. And anyways, honey is like bee vomit, so
this week,
no one should be eating honey.
This week happened something interesting. Someone on my social media, I post my scrambled tofu, and someone in my social media that's from Brazil, she sent me like a recipe of tofu.
Nice.
And I have been seeing that this person, sometimes she's eating some vegan options, okay? But she posts every day. I think it's a kind of a diet, and a few days off the week, she has to eat like a vegan meal, whatever. And she starts sending me this, and in my mind, like, people like want to teach the priest to do the mass, Like I have like all recipes of tofu you have ever had.
That's an interesting saying. Is that like a Brazilian saying?
It is.
That you translated to the
Did you understand
English?
me?
Yeah, but
Made sense for you?
It did. What's the Brazilian saying?
Would you be... Você quer ensinar o padre a rezar a missa?
Whoa.
Sounds much nicer.
Você quer ensinar o padre a rezar a missa?
Yeah, it sounds nice.
Okay, great. Yes, that is the same me. And I told her, like, there is some called black salt, but actually it's pink, that you can put on the tofu as well and give like that egg taste. It was just a tip for her if she wants to try, And, I see you don't eat nothing, even eggs. No, I eat eggs. Me and my husband, we eat like 50 eggs a week, something like that, Don't remember exactly what was the number, but it was something high. And we don't want to change. And I wrote to her, like, I know you're not vegan. I just give a tip. If one day your cholesterol is too high, or if you run out of your eggs from your fridge, like, you can use some salt that can give the same taste in the tofu you're already making. But I could see how offended she was. She sent me like an audio. I don't want to change. We don't want to be vegans. Like, okay,
wow.
That's okay.
It's like you're taking their guns. It's the same thing.
Okay.
It's
weird.
Politics, food, guns. It's such
culture.
They're such decisive topics.
Decisive or divisive?
Divisive, yeah. Definitely divisive. I'm not a wordsmith, guys. Jeez.
Well, it can be decisive as well.
Yeah, I think it's divisive.
So, I mean, Vanessa's English is her second language. What's your excuse, bro?
No comment. I didn't study growing up.
I didn't either, to be honest. I'm basically English. That was the only class I cared about. Forget math.
Yeah.
Oof.
You're wearing a shirt that's your. Y-O-U
apostrophe R-E.
Yes.
With an asterisk.
Show to the camera here.
Joey is the word police.
Yes,
the
perfect.
grammar
For
police.
real.
Perfect.
I hate when I see on Facebook people rescuing dogs because they're going home and eating a chicken.
You know what? I'm on a couple of dating apps, and I see that a lot. Animal lover. Must love dogs. Animal lover. Animal lover. I'm an animal lover. And then I think to myself...
Must love dogs, but eats chicken.
Joe had a friend from high school that she has like 30 animals. She rescued many kind of kind of animals. Did you remember? And she was telling me so proud. And I looked to her, are you
Oh,
vegan?
yeah.
Oh, no, I'm not. And I'm my mother, what the heck? Oh, she
Yeah, I
rescued
know.
iguanas.
Yeah.
And they're like, what the heck?
There's just a disconnect. They don't see cows or pig or chicken as animals.
Right.
My dad sees them as food. My dad is a wonderful person, but he's, I don't know, he's 81 or 82 now, and he loves animals, but he would never become vegan. Oh my God. We took him to Planta, which is a beautiful restaurant, and
We love Planta.
I want some gift certificates. Planta, please.
Be a sponsor. Make us some money.
He loves cats and dogs. Yeah.
He loves cats and dogs. No, but he's just like an affable person. He loves everything.
You said that I couldn't use the word sanctimonious, but you're going to use the word affable?
Yeah, I did. I didn't even know I used it. Wow.
Which word is that, guys? Can you please
Means
translate?
Affable
happy
or
person.
sanctimonious?
Both.
Affable is like someone who's friendly and
Happy person.
outgoing. Yeah.
And the sanctimonious.
Sanctimonious is what a lot of vegans are, where they're very preachy, you know?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are looking some people that talk with me using so many difficult words to impress me, and I
have a
what
word
this
for you.
person's talking about.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
That's a word?
Yes.
Wow.
There's a whole bunch of
many
prefixes and
letters?
suffixes. Hang on, I'm going to count the letters.
Well, you can say paralelepípedo
The
if
who?
you can. Paralelepípedo.
Is that a person?
No, that's a thing.
What is it?
You know, have you seen some cities in Europe that has some blocks, like a stone blocks? That's the
Like cobblestone.
It is. I don't know if it's cobblestone. You know, it's like some stones. Like the whole street is made
Yeah,
of that.
that's cobblestone.
Cobblestone. Yes, paralelepípedo.
But oh, Jesus. Okay.
If you guys want to use that, we can start talking Portuguese.
Yeah, we could have the grammar podcast. Joey would definitely love that.
I would be a subscriber for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You and yourself.
Should we discuss how there's a difference between the word fewer and less?
No, please.
No?
Let's get off grammar.
Okay.
It's so annoying and boring.
Well,
I think it's fascinating.
Let's talk about hockey. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
no hockey, no grammar.
So we're here to talk about vegans. What else? I'm just glad I'm vegan.
Me
I'm
too.
glad I'm not eating meat
Yeah.
or eggs or milk. Wow, milk. Oh, I can't believe I used to drink 2% milk all the time. And I'm so glad I drink oat milk and coconut milk and almond milk. They're all pretty good.
I think they're all great. Like I remember when I tried for the first time, because I'd never tried it before. Like I said before, I was very methodical when I went vegan. And so I needed something to replace chocolate milk. I was addicted to Nesquik.
I used to love chocolate milk.
Oh my God, yeah.
Nestle Quick, wow. Remember the strawberry one? The strawberry was
I never
good.
tried the
Oh, it was good.
strawberry.
Yeah, I used to love the strawberry, but it's sugar, guys.
They had
a lot of
strawberry in
sugar.
Brazil?
It's sugar.
Wow.
Yes, they have in Brazil.
It's good.
I'm telling a good story here.
I know.
It really isn't, but okay. So I went and bought all the milks that were available at the time. Now this was 12 years ago. There was no oat milk, but there was rice milk, there was soy milk, there was almond milk. I believe there was even hemp milk. I thought rice milk was terrible. Coconut milk I wasn't into either. But I tried almond milk for the first time, and my mind was blown. And then I tried almond chocolate milk. I liked it better than Nesquik.
Wow.
It was a wonderful thing to experience because that told me that going vegan would not be this hurdle. It was actually very easy.
You know, it's when I'm trying to, I don't want to say convert someone to be a vegan, but the milk is something that I try with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because it's very easy. It's like, oh, dude, don't get whole milk or don't get 2%. Just try oat milk.
Yeah.
Try almond. And a lot of them won't, but the ones that do, like, they like it. Like my mom drinks, what does she drink now? Almond milk,
Almond.
right? Yeah.
I always talk about the milk. Not, of course, it's the main thing for me is about being vegan always because it's about the animals. But I always talk about health with people because it's very inflammatory. People has all these issues, respiratory issues, and they still like drinking milk, and they have like cough, and the nose all the time is running, and all the time has rhinitis, sinusitis.
Sinus problems, yeah.
What's the name of that?
Rhinitis or rhinitis.
Rhinitis.
Joey knows.
Please, Joey.
I have
Help
no idea
me.
what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
without rhinitis, like the
Rhinitis.
it's like sneezing issues.
You never
Like
saw that, Joey?
on the nose.
So many people suffer with this.
I mean, I know that if you get a nose job, you get rhinoplasty. Is that
No.
I
related?
mean, I think it's part of the word somewhere. It's related, yeah.
It's a kind of allergy that people have, that they all the time is itching the nose and the sneezing and the running the nose. So many people has this, you know?
Oh, I just remembered something that we deal with a lot every day. When someone who isn't vegan asks you where you get your protein.
Oh my.
That's the main thing.
Oh man.
Yeah, how do we forget
hate
that?
conversation.
Wow, that's impossible to forget. But that is the main. Everybody became nutritionists.
Yeah.
Everybody became doctors, and everybody became proteinaholics.
Yeah.
Protein
Crazy.
experts, yeah. Everyone's
Yeah.
a protein expert.
Yeah.
Luckily, you're Brazilian, and we eat so many beans, so I think it's easy for me to say, "Oh yeah, I just eat beans all the time." And
Well, I
but
mean,
a lot of people don't have that.
well, let's not forget, no one's ever been hospitalized for protein deficiency.
Nobody.
You know, that's not a thing.
Ask any doctor. Ask any doctor you know.
Yeah.
So where does this come from? Is this the meat industry pushing it that you don't?
Well, I think that
Yeah.
part of it is that the word protein has become synonymous with meat. Now, we know that you can get your protein from numerous sources outside of meat products or any animal products. The one area where I would say, okay, you have a valid point, but no one ever brings it up because they're so locked into the protein thing, is vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 is the one nutrient that is very, very, very difficult, perhaps even like impossible to get outside of animal products. Now, you can get it for the most part through nutritional yeast, and I do consume a lot of nutritional yeast. Otherwise, you have to take a supplement. Do you guys do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but
Yes.
also it's not a something that comes from the meat, come from bacteria in the soil. So
Ladies and gentlemen, you may not know this, but Vanessa is a chemical engineer, so she knows this shit.
Well, I am a chemical engineer, but it's not so much related, but it is a bacteria.
is.
and realtor and podcast host. She's the triple threat.
Well, I accept what the life brings to me, and I embrace and I take over, that it is. So, but it is not something that contains on the meat. It contains on the soil, is a bacteria. And also the animals, in this way that they are produced, they don't get from the soil anymore. They supplement with the same vitamins we get. They supplement their food. So that's the way that the most animals get the B12 in their meat. So they just process the same bacteria, but instead it has someone that do this conversion for you, and you kill and eat. You just can take a pill and be happy.
Fascinating. The chemical engineer has spoken.
Yes,
I hope everybody could understand me.
we all did.
Well, when you break it down like that, I mean, that's actually pretty interesting. I didn't know any of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I did not know
it
any
is
of
not something that is in the meat. It's something that is in the soil.
That's okay. Well, then what I said was not true. I spread a little misinformation there, so thank you, Vanessa, for correcting me.
Well,
you're
we
like
cannot
the
really-
meat industry today.
Yes.
A lot of
What the
misinformation.
hell? Oh my God.
That's bad.
All right, so I think we're supposed to come up with final thoughts and ideas about this topic, but I don't know if there really is a final thought or idea about this topic, because it's just one of those things that you deal with every day,
I think it's getting better because there's just more vegans out there.
Do you think that people are being more, maybe not receptive,
They talk shit behind us.
Of course.
Of course
yeah.
they do.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that my whole family talks shit about me.
Oh, jeez.
And I don't care.
They all love you.
They can love me, but they talk shit about me, especially because I'm vegan. I don't care.
Well, I hope they're not one of the listeners.
Well, just one can understand the English, so
I'm
whatever.
very lucky in that regard. I mean, no one in my family is vegan, but I have to say, when I come over and, there's a family event and there's cooking involved, I am treated like a king. Like they won't exactly, like for Thanksgiving, as an example, for Thanksgiving, my mom, who busts her ass for Thanksgiving and Christmas, I should say, she will, despite making like 50 different things, she will make like a separate vegan thing for me. And I'm not just a little bit, like I'm taking home like a whole lot of stuff. So I'm eating for days. And same with my stepmom, like she does the same thing. I mean, I have to say that with my family, I'm very lucky. They're not going to ever go vegan. They're never going to go vegan. And that's,
I would never say never. I always thought that I would never go vegan.
I guess that's true.
Never know.
What year did you go vegan, Joey?
2012.
So 12 years ago. And
Yes.
were there many vegan options in the supermarket?
Not even close to what's out there
And
now.
what about vegan restaurants?
Freaking Walmart has a whole
Yeah.
frozen section
That's awesome.
dedicated
So,
to plant-based foods.
everything's
Walmart,
changing.
where they sell guns,
Yeah, everything's changing. I mean,
Yeah.
there's so many more, people in there. I mean, there's options in high school now and in grade school. My friend's son, who's, I don't know, 8 or 9 years old, is a vegan. That word didn't exist when I was in grade school or high school. The only vegans I knew growing up or I don't even think they were vegan. Was the only vegetarians I knew growing up was when I'd go to Grateful Dead concerts and I'd see veggie burritos.
The hippies.
The hippies.
Yeah.
That was it. The hippies.
Yeah.
And then
Is that
maybe
gonna-
some Indians, I'd go to because I used to be in meditation a lot and I'd see, a lot of them were very kind of organic and
Yeah.
vegetarian, but that was it. It's in everyday culture now. So I'm saying that it is getting better.
It is getting better. I mean, the fact that you can go to Burger King
Yes.
and get a vegan meal is pretty cool.
They have a vegan Whopper. It's pretty good, actually. One thing I want to add, especially because we're early on, I'm a foodie now. And some of this is because of our group, our Vegan at Restaurants group. But
Yeah.
I eat way better than I did before I was a vegan.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, that's obvious with your slim, girlish figure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I mean, there are great restaurants. I feel like the vegan restaurants out there, they just take more pride into maybe
For
like
sure.
regular restaurants, and they have to. I think it's harder to find ingredients and find different combinations because it's. I don't know. I eat way better, I guess, than I used
Well, it
to.
seems like a lot of the vegan restaurants, the ones that are 100% vegan, like the ones that we've frequented numerous times, they're almost like fine dining, you
Right.
know? And they make it an experience, and the food is just incredible. So I think that helps because a lot of times, you might want to take your family there and they're not vegan, or you might even want to take a date there who isn't vegan, or a group of friends. And I've done that. I actually took one birthday that I had. This was about 5-6 years ago. The restaurant doesn't exist anymore, but Sublime.
You always talk about.
I always talk about it because that was my favorite restaurant ever. Oh, it's such a great vegan restaurant. I took my friends there and they liked it. And that kind of thing goes a long way. It didn't work on them, but at least for one night they ate vegan.
Yeah, I don't miss going to Joe Smith's Bar and Grill or Bob's Bar and Grill. That's
Right.
all we'd go to, and we get a burger or a chicken sandwich, or there's just so much better options at these vegan restaurants.
You guys are talking about food, and I became hungry.
Yeah, I'm hungry too. I think
Yeah.
that's a cue to.
That's a cue yeah. All right. So do we know what we're going to talk about next week?
Not yet.
I have a suggestion.
Okay.
What's your suggestion? Tell me now.
Ready?
Yeah.
Bodily functions.
Bodily functions.
Poop and farts.
Oh my God, no.
That's
That
one
was-
of our topics. It's on the
Okay,
list.
put it in like the bottom 100. What else we got?
Yeah, do vegans poop and fart a lot?
How about vegan athletes and celebrities?
I don't fart a lot.
You don't?
No.
How do we get to this?
John, do you?
No.
Of course does.
geez.
Do you poop more? I find that mine smell like cereal.
We're gonna wait for episode 97 to get to this.
Wait, I need an answer because is it weird that mine smell like cereal?
Yes.
Might be.
Oh, okay.
Should not smelling anything.
I don't eat cereal. I don't know.
I don't eat cereal either. That's what's crazy. My dog loves it. She smells that. She hops right in. She starts licking her chops. She's like,
Oh my God, that's weird. That's weird.
so I guess this should not be next week's topic.
No,
I
it'll
think
be
this is
another
enough.
topic.
Are you still hungry, guys?
Yeah.
I'm still hungry.
Okay, next week's topic will be vegan celebrities or vegan athletes. Which one
Both.
did you
We
say?
can do both.
No, it's two different topics, man.
I don't think
one
so.
or the other.
Vegan, famous vegan people.
Okay, vegan celebrities. That's next week's topic.
Perfect.
All right, guys, if you want to give us a note, ask a question, give us some feedback, email us at veganstalkingshit@gmail.com.
Anything else, guys? I have to go to the gym now.
Really? It's only 7:30.
Well, we are going to eat, and after I have to go to the gym.
Okay. All right, everybody. We are out.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.
See you. Bye bye.
Bye, everyone.